How could you? Why does it take regulation to get you to do the right thing, which you must always first call government meddling? How well do you sleep opposing mercury emission rules to protect the brains of infants and birds? Why can you insist that your company did nothing wrong, but agree to pay that huge fine and penalty? It just sucks that you recruit and strap bombs on others, but by Allah's will, you do not sacrifice yourselves. Does God tell you to worry more about having to control toxic emissions than what they do to people? How could you stuff mortgage funds with bad loans, hedge against them, and yet pitch them as safe bets? Why must you always overstate the savings and underestimate the costs of government programs? How come golden parachutes work come profit or loss, but you cancel benefits owed to the offshored? Why do you tailor purchased research just so you can keep harming your customers a little longer? What sense does it make to raise the retirement age when firms automatically dump all workers over 50? Why must we be expert at your deliberately overcomplicated financial scams and have to work all the time? How come you keep overusing livestock antibiotics, which breeds resistant strains that infect humans? Why do you keep trying to falsely differentiate between lobbying, consulting, and influence peddling? What enduring patriotic wisdom is there to your greedy one-track pursuit of over-the-top millions? How can you be so eager to clear your name, but be so unable and unwilling to make any statement? How come we even need the EPA if everyone loves the earth as much as your warm corporate ads say? Doctors, what possible excuse could you have for secretly taking money and perks from drug firms? Yeah, and you, why are 5% of patients responsible for fully 50% of all our bloated healthcare spending? And how will your blessed free market bring healthcare to unemployed, dropout, unmarried mothers? How could you just lay in front of TV for 20 years and dare to bitch because you're fat and have no skills? Why are your out-of-context statistics any more valid than the junk science you rail so loudly against? How dare you claim innocence as your outsourced, uninspected foreign ingredients poison customers? Why must you exaggerate, omit, take out of context, and just plain lie during your political debates? How is it you spend millions on flag-waving ads after you offshore design, production, and support? How can you keep a straight face hailing more spending without new revenues as bipartisan progress? How do you justify poisoning customers on sugar, salt, and fat as you snatch your tainted millions? To what end do you support outspending all other countries combined on arms each and every year? How will you keep a straight face reading your expensive and fictional biographies to the grandkids? Why do you play the Hitler card when debating the birth rate of those mired in generational poverty? How can you proudly deny we create a mass extinction with our divine duty to fruitfully overpopulate? How could you so quietly ignore the thousands of liberated civilians euphemized as collateral damage? What makes you trumpet our national glory despite education, healthcare, and employment statistics? How dare you counsel foreigners to eco-preservation given our slash and burn, smash and grab record? How could you put 599 additive in your cigarettes, yet leave in the radioactive fertilizer polonium? Why is it you believe that your spoiled, illiterate, slacking offspring will be tomorrow's world leaders? How can you stand to pimp them in imaginary heaven in exchange for their fictional souls?